Women aged between 60 and 65 on average have a pensions pot that is half the size of men their age, an economist told MPs on Tuesday. Speaking to the Treasury Select Committee, Michael Johnson of the Center for Policy Studies said that 35M women had defined contribution pensions, less than half the number of men. Moreover, men had more than double the pension pot of £55,000 of the average female saver. Mr. Johnson was giving evidence to MPs on the issue of household savings, with fellow left-leaning economists Ashvin Jumar of the Joseph Rowntree Foundation and Torsten Bell of the Resolution Foundation. All of the economists agreed that the disparity in personal savings and pensions between various groups in society was stark. People do not have enough pension savings, said Mr. Jumar. He added, there's probably about a third of pensioners who are just doing well, but probably about 2/3 of people, owner-occupiers or renters, with low pensions. The panel also told the TSC that government incentives designed to encourage the public to save were used only by those who were already in the upper percentiles of wealth. We need to ask ourselves the question, why is it that approximately 70% of the Treasury's total investment in incentivizing people to save goes to 15% of the income distribution who are in least need of it, Mr. Johnson said. Mr. Bell noted that as young people had experienced 15 years of stagnant wages and increased living costs, it was increasingly likely that they would opt out of planned increases to contributions in auto-enrollment pensions, in order to prioritize stockpiling whatever cash they could to put towards buying a home. Noting that the Bank of England had forecasted low earnings growth for the next 4 years, Mr. Bell said, all of young people's earnings growth is likely to be taken in increased auto-enrollment contributions. This, combined with low interest rates and the desire to be less vulnerable to rents volatility, made saving for anything other than a home very unattractive for young working-age people, he said. Mr. Bell also warned that the committee should scrutinize the advice being given about opting out of defined benefit pension schemes, an increasingly unusual arrangement where an employee receives an annual proportion of their working income after retirement. He suggests that some advisors might be paid by employers keen to reduce their exposure to these expensive arrangements. He added that such situations raised fears of mis-selling.